Continuing from my top 10 analysis, link in pinned comment. Most of you are probably using this skin 44. However, with how dominant BP50 is in current meta, I searched to this skin 44. Disclaimer: this list is ranked by grouping similar weapons. You may disagree with the ordering of the weapons, but these are the only weapons you need in COD Mobile Season 7. Wounding is optional. You can change it to FMJ or Red Dot, anything you prefer. A secret about wounding: it delays the enemy health regeneration, which helps immensely in respawn modes and helps assist our team. Why, if there's a free slot, wounding is a great option. The major advantage of only using mono is the ADS speed, which keeps our reaction speed fast enough to challenge BP50. The effective range drops to 50 meters, which is more than enough for playing versatile, and we get 4-shot potential hitting one shot around the chest area, making KN-44 one of the most lethal weapons on a head glitch, as 288 milliseconds time to kill will be very consistent. KN-44 has the advantage of faster fire rate compared to 3-shot weapons like TRH, which makes KN-44 more forgiving to use, with fast reload cancel, which helps immensely when playing aggressive, and 38 bullets in mag can easily do 1 versus 4 without reloading. Recall is one aspect where KN-44 might get you in trouble. Recall is by no means difficult, but it has a slight shake in between the spray, which causes accuracy issues, which isn't a big deal when we are spray practicing. However, in real matches, when we face actual no recall weapons like LK24 or PKM, we can see why this loss of accuracy mid-spray is a limiting factor, which is why I recommend LK24. And now is a good time to leave a like and comment something nice to help support the video. If you ask any armchair analyst who thinks they know it all because they have numbers in front of their screen, they will tell you that KN-44 is the better weapon. However, I'm Cygnoux, and here is the difference between stats and practicality. KN-44 and LK24 both have the same bullet spread, but LK24 is an effortless beam. It is so mind-numbingly simple. Even if I take back-to-back all-nighters and I'm tired as I still can't stop beaming with LK24. But with KN-44 you have to make an effort to actually beam with it. And here is a quick example. KN-44 is prone to making mistakes when beaming at a small target at range, which we will do a lot when taking head glitch fights. But LK24 just cruises through it effortlessly due to its accuracy advantage. And remember, they both have the same bullet spread. There's a recall pattern which is creating this difference, which is why I recommend my students to practice burst spraying with KN-44 and only spray the good recall, which lasts for like 10 to 12 bullets, and stop spraying and then spray again, and do some movement in between the sprays if you don't get the kill. And I guarantee this technique will even allow you to defeat LK24 or PKM at range. Going back to LK24, it offers nearly 48 meters of effective range with potential for 4-shot, either hitting 1 chest shot or 2 shots around the chest area, which will be consistent when playing head glitch angles. Fire rate difference is negligible between these weapons, but LK24 has lower flinch, which allows us to maintain accurate aim under enemy fire, allowing LK24 to be more accurate when playing head glitch angles. The bullet impact is also slightly better, which will induce more flinch to the enemy's aim, making their aim worse, which also helps. ADS speed is slower but not a major difference, and mobility is pretty equivalent among these weapons. LK24 has 40 bullets in mag, allowing us to take on 4 people without reloading, and the fast reload cancel helps when playing aggressive. Wounding is a free attachment slot. You can change it to a red dot as iron sights are hard to use. Otherwise, just use the battle pass skin. And I prefer the battle pass skin over the legendary LK24. It is that good. And in my opinion, LK24 is equally as viable as KN-44. So feel free to use whichever you prefer. Help support me by donating so I can work on more such analysis in the future. Honorable mention, ICR. You might be thinking I am crazy mentioning ICR in top 5, but ICR is indeed crazy, offering infinite 5-shot with potential for 300 milliseconds time to kill, hitting one shot to chest or head, which we do get when taking head glitch fights. Otherwise, we have consistent 300 milliseconds time to kill till 40 meters, which is a huge range. But what makes ICR crazy is the bullet impact, which will give enemy 55% additional flinch, shaking their aim heavily and making them inaccurate. But that is not the end of it. One of COD Mobile's best kept secrets, only known to a few, is the flinch cooldown, which is 100 milliseconds, meaning guns like LK24 or KN44 will only make enemy flinch on alternate shots, because these weapons are shooting a bullet every 95 or 96 milliseconds, and flinch has a cooldown of 100 milliseconds. But the advantage ICR has is it shoots a bullet every 100 milliseconds, meaning the moment the flinch has cooled down, the enemy will flinch again, making the enemy flinch on every shot when we are using ICR, which is crazy as it will shake the enemy aim constantly, making it harder for them to be accurate unless they use toughness, which most of the ranked players don't use, which inherently gives ICR the advantage over other weapons, especially those that don't have good flinch. ICR has mobility cons due to us converting it into an LMG, which is also an advantage as we get high wall penetration, which helps when we wallbang. But ADS movement isn't too bad and you can use Skulker and use it similar to DRH for example. Reload speed is on the slower side for playing aggressive, but it isn't a problem as ICR is a passive assault rifle and reload speed is faster than LMGs like UL736 or S36 with 65 bullets in mag, which is 5 more than LMGs like UL736 or S36. So ICR has a lot going for it. Recall is among the easiest and we do just pull down and towards the right to no recall with it. And bullet spread is good for challenging long range gunfights with one of the cleanest iron sights, making red dot not necessary. Overall, ICR's main advantage comes from its accuracy and its ability to make the enemy inaccurate, and ICR can even defeat KN44 or LK24 at range while challenging LMGs like UL736 or S36 at range and win against them. ICR is criminally underrated and I hope to see more ICR in ranked from now onwards. If you don't wallbang much, then I'd use laser to help improve the bullet spread further, or use wounding, sleight of hand, whatever you prefer. And a big thanks to Team Cygnoux for assisting with this analysis. And for more analysis and best Gunsmith builds, you can join our Discord server. MG42 needs no introduction. It is considered the best LMG in ranked for multiple reasons. It received a nerf to bullet spread when we're moving and shooting, but as far as I can tell, there is negligible difference even when we slide to ADS and start shooting. Why MG42 maintains the same performance as in the previous season. Previously, I used to recommend this build, which allowed us to play MG42 much more aggressive, but now we have Hades for that. Why my personal build is this, with LMG build still viable if you prefer that. MG42 offers consistent 315 milliseconds time to kill till 49 meters, giving it competitive performance, and it is very forgiving to use due to the fast fire rate, which makes missing shots less punishing. Mobility is improved compared to other LMGs, offering faster ADS speed and improved ADS movement, allowing us to play MG42 as a flex LMG and use it for the versatile playstyle rather than being forced to play passive like S36 for example, which is another faster firing LMG. And we get 250 bullets in mag, which allows us to pray and spray for 15 seconds, which is a long time. And we don't have to worry about slow reload cancel as we can just double tap to respawn. Recall is among the easiest and it is one of the easiest weapons to beam at range, and we do just pull down and towards the left to no recall with it, and features tight bullet spread for effortlessly challenging long range gunfights. But one problem is the iron sights. It is usable with red dot not being necessary, but problem is the ADS FOV is zoomed out compared to LMG standard, which makes accuracy at range worse, especially on phones, because the screen size is smaller and we are barely able to see enemies properly at range. By using red dot isn't a bad option, and you can use disable if you prefer that. Overall, MG42 is still the best LMG for ranked. However, use Hades if you want an aggressive LMG. Hades is the best LMG for aggressive playstyle, offering assault rifle mobility similar to Type 19 with fast ADS movement and ADS speed compared to LMG standards, with fast fire rate only 1 millisecond slower than Type 19, which is a negligible difference. But as an advantage, we get high wall penetration, which helps getting wallbang kills, and it is extremely useful on maps like Nuketown and Standoff, and using LMGs on those maps is cumbersome due to the faster pace of gameplay. But Hades, with the improved mobility and high damage through walls, helps immensely on those maps. We get 65 bullets in mag, which is enough to 1 versus 5 without reloading, but reload speed is a con, as 2.4 seconds is slow for playing aggressive. Why, you can use Gung-Ho to help with that. Mobility is not the only advantage, as Hades offers infinite 324 milliseconds time to kill, which is an improvement over Type 19, with 243 milliseconds time to kill in close range, giving consistent and competitive performance when playing aggressive. Iron sights are also an advantage, as we get the cleanest iron sight experience in the game, helping us be more accurate with our aim, with recoil being kind of a con, as it follows similar pattern as KN-44. Which can be beamed. The recoil isn't bad for beaming at range, but there can be accuracy issues which may make us lose some gunfights, which isn't a problem as Hades is an aggressive LMG, why we won't be using it for long range gunfights. And bullet spread is good for versatility, but we shouldn't use Hades at long range as the bullet spread isn't tight enough for that, and we will definitely lose gunfights to passive LMGs which have far more accurate bullet spread. Why? Only use Hades as a flex LMG, focusing more on aggressive playstyle, and Hades is amazing for this utility. This video is getting long, why I will continue the top 3 in the next part. In the meantime, check the previous top 10 analysis and I will see you on the next video. Bye.